Good evening, everybody. Welcome to stream. Happy Tuesday. It is lovely to have you here. Josh and Sabs and Summer and Nobu and any lurkers, be they on Twitch or YouTube. And yeah, today we are going to be hopping into the DLC for Horizon, which I've got to say, I am quite excited for. It is, if I remember correctly, it is a very, very solid DLC campaign. I mentioned this last time. I put this into the surprisingly broad category of short DLC that is in many ways better than the game it is DLC for. And frequently, I think it's better because it's short. Call me an old man, but I only have space for so many 120-hour games, and they're all Xenoblade at this point. So even this playthrough, clocking in at 45 to 50 hours, there's a lot I skipped. Because I just don't have the energy for it anymore. I haven't played French Xenoblade yet. I've heard it's good. I don't think I can play it because apparently the combat is also very, very heavily focused on dodges and parries, and I am bad at those. I just noticed Aloy's... Man, I love the detail in her clothing. I just noticed her boots properly for the first time. Anyway. We have a very interesting side quest into the Frozen Wilds. Ah! Zabs, they're completely different kinds of dodging. From what I understand, this is Twitch accuracy dodging. So think more Sekiro. Which I will never play, because I can't do that. But yeah, near the Grave Horde, we can actually keep going. I believe there are no iframes. By the way, French Xenoblade, for anybody wondering, is... what's it called? Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which is a wild name. I'm not sure I'll enjoy it, because I haven't played Clair Obscur Expedition 1 to 32 yet, and I feel like there are parts that I'm going to miss. I watched a Jim Sterling video the other day, and they were talking about it, and... so yeah, this is the Grave Horde. Oh, and they add this climbable section as part of the DLC. Clever. And this is an area you could not access before. Man, it is very pretty. I sometimes forget how pretty this game is. Hi, boxes. Hey chat, remember when I killed the devil on last stream? Yeah, that was fun.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future. Or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you do as you wish.
Touchy.
Do I just... There we go. Yeah. We are this game's ticking clock. It's fine.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Demonic Scorcher. Which, hell of a name, by the way. So this is basically your first encounter in the DLC. Weakness to freeze. It's strong against fire. Not really a surprise. It's called a Scorcher. It has a blaze canister. A mine launcher, which, come on. And a power generator, just like the hyenas, friends. So freezing the body seems like a good start. Thank you for the dudes, Summer. No. No. Jeez. Ow. Oh! Chad, I caught fire a little bit. Holy shit. Sir? Ow. Ow. Hi, Stitch. Consider me rizzed. Really trying to hit that power generator.
Down you go.
Jeez. Well, that was a lot. Hey, fun fact, Stitch. The answer is both. You're not awkward, Stitch. Or at least no more than, like, anybody else here. Including and especially me. You know, Josh, I find places for things. I've got adventure game protagonist pockets. Whoa. That's pretty. Man, I'd love to see the Aurora.
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Okay. You're not listed as hostile. I probably don't have to shoot you from here.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
Bitch, why do you have to be so mean to me?
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
I might, you don't know. Chat, I'm no expert, but that volcano doesn't seem happy.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
The smoke from the mountain is worse today. Bad omen for the ritual.
There's a ritual? I'm just in time.
You died on Thunder's drum. Your songs will not be forgotten.
Chat, I bet this ritual is going to be cool for an outsider to be a part of.
If Aratak means to go back to the mountain, then I will stand with him. May the songs of the lost.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Trust Araya, they say. She'll return to us, they say.
Hi, Paula. Thank you for the
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
It's a hell of a sound. Ew, Glinthawks. Like, it's cool symbolically, but I still want to shoot them. God, imagine if I shot the Glinthawks during that. Ruin their whole ceremony.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for. Falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
It's a good speech.
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best.
Oh no, Josh.
What do they want to do?
Different
Go
demon.
back up there. Fools. A little advice.
This isn't Hades that's doing this.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Ourea, spouting on about spirits and daemons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines.
Oh, you'll see, Josh. Worry not.
The crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
So, fun thing, Stitch. What? What do you mean by that?
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered. Like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave. Or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other.
Oh, cool.
Ourea's been
Thank you for explaining, Josh.
But when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Don't believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Ourea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed him.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Ourea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Ourea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Werik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Ourea came to town with their Werik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. You know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
I remember liking this guy.
What are these Weriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Weriks come and go. Some last as long as Melon. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Weriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Werik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
Yeah, Stitch?
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye.
I do see it.
Some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location.
He's got the same body shape.
We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Ourea. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Barja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women.
Women?
No.
Wow.
Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
I actually didn't think I was going to just call that line.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Ourea. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rafts. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do
Hello,
know where
Trom.
you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Ourea or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good.
Sabs, be the change you want to see.
Outlander. I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter.
At the same time, Trom.
It sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Carja seek war again.
So, arguably, there's an argument to be made that it has to take place before you defeat Hades. But I feel like it could take place shortly after, but it's certainly around the same time frame. It's not definitively afterwards.
Ourea knows about this Daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not in Outlanders.
This Daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the Daemon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Carja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death?
Yes,
Yeah,
actually.
Worse, fate, to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Outlanders are always so surprised to see a tall man trapped in ice.
I mean, it's worth noting, Josh, this is. I can say definitively one thing for sure, this is not Hades.
Daemon affects the machines. I've got to find Ourea. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment.
Hi, old man.
That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
I'm going to guess that is like an airport.
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together this time.
Then we wait. But
I don't actually know, Josh. I never did this before that. So I feel like it sort of has to.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
I think so, Trom. Oh, hello. Couple of people have done us, and they worked, so.
I want me some glory hole.
The answer is yes.
Atomic? What did it take to knock one of those over? They're built to last.
Demonic Scrapper. So yeah, there are old monsters as well, which have also been affected by the demon. I refuse to say daemon. No guarantee because my internet's pretty stable, but there's a chance that I'm going to go offline suddenly. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. Just so everybody's aware. So yeah, Tolnek there, that has been knocked over. Instead of walking around, it's just stuck.
Encased in ice. It fell a long time ago. The scavengers have just gotten started.
Gotta do this cautiously. It's funny, I remember this Tolnek walking around. It's funny how memory can just... your memories can just be completely wrong about something.
Safe. For a few minutes, anyway.
Shit, Glintox on me. You know what, Josh? I 100% don't remember. That would be super cool, and maybe that's why I remember it walking around. Because maybe it does.
see how deep the damage goes. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could...
Critical components removed. Replaced to restore system integrity. Oh. Oh, Josh, I think you're right. I think we help our friend.
That's it. Nothing to see here.
I mean, except me. Give me a second, I gotta close my window. This rain is something fierce. Let me tell you, they were not kidding when they said severe thunderstorm. Yeah. Pig, this isn't Xenoblade. You can't just hop anywhere. Is there a purple thing? Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy, chat. It's fine. Hello? Why are there goats? There weren't goats before. I'd like you to turn around, buddy. Oh, the weakness is not electric. The weakness is just damage. There we go. Is this? Oh, this is towards one of the components anyway, so that's fine. Oh, this is just a scrapper? I thought it was another charger. You know what? I thought this was going to be where the stabilizer was. Instead, this is Blue Gleam. Rare and valuable resource traded to specialized merchants for extremely powerful weapons and armor. Neat. It's weird how it's like colonizing the body.
I can't feel much of anything in this.
You know, Aloy, having so much exposed skin is probably not helping this situation. So all scrappers, yeah. You know, I so often forget about that as a thing I can do. But yeah, if anybody doubted that the demons are different to the demon is different to Hades, the demonic machines have this like purple aura as opposed to Hades like red goop.
Part seems intact. Toolbox are built tough.
And then last component is there. Oh boy, that's... I'm sure gonna need some uppies for that. Squirrel! Actually, like, where do I even start my uppies? You know, I should probably... No. Yeah. Then it will help guide me to some extent. Oh, okay, so it just starts over here. What is that symbol, I wonder? Oh my lord, I just took his head off. If I can avoid them, I will. Ow. Hello? I may have mentioned before that I hate these fuckers. Well, I can't reach it there. Come on.
This tonic part's still in one piece.
I do genuinely wonder to what extent they understand the machines as machines. That's cool.
Well, that fits. Sure hope it works. Well, it's in better shape than it was.
Yeah.
I'm right. Just need to get the power flowing through again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching. wake you up? Easy now. Easy.
Aloy, it can't hear or understand you.
Right, it's never easy.
As much as I still find them a little bit spooky, I think this is the moment I fell in love with the Tolmecs.
It's not gonna even notice me attacking it.
Why do you want to attack it, Aloy? No, 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 please.
Be a good spot for jumping onto the Tolmec.
Why would they time it that way? At a full sprint, you can't make it in time. There's another spot.
Breath is ice. Before I even breathe out.
Hello?
Okay, time to climb up to its head.
I don't think that was what was meant to happen, but it worked. So you can see, pretty big area. Bandit camp, my beloved. Oh, chat, they gave me another bandit camp. These are the dudes where you can trade Blue Gleam. So that's always fun. And I'm curious if its log is any different to the others. It received 3 electrical impacts before it fell over. Surge damage assessment, locomotion systems compromised, gyroscopic systems compromised, processing systems compromised. Instruction received from G Prime suspend, internal system I wonder what hit it. And, oh my lord! Chat, I've got so many skill points. Oh, I thought that was a... That's what I just did, though. Sabs, I will stretch and hydrate. Thank you. You're not medicinal. I don't care about you. By the way, I imagine that this snow is wrecking the compression on stream. So, sorry about that. just curious if you get anything special from goats. Not really.
That must be Naltuk, looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal.
Whoa, I'd forgotten about these. That's so cool. I 100% forgot about the control towers.
Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Ourea.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
Or maybe it was.
Then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Ourea went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Ourea wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Ourea.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall.
To be fair, he knows nothing about you.
You're gonna tell me where she is.
Repairs and provides shock resistance to hostile machines and stuns overridden machines. So any machines that could help you get stunned.
Shields overloaded. But I can kill the machines. What about the tower?
Oh! It switches off my shield. That's awful. See, Greg, that's fine, because nobody knows you did that.
Hey.
Nothing, Greg. Also, hey.
Goodbye.
This is not my first.
But it can be destroyed.
God, I've gone through a lot of arrows already. I mean, I just hit a thing with another thing.
Now we know how to deal with the machines in the towers. The daemon's next.
Perhaps Ourea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Ourea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Ourea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me. An aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Ourea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Ourea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Ourea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain.
Hey, I've done that.
If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
That sounds suspiciously like...
Right. I guess I'm off to the ice rasps.
Like one of Gaia's components. You know, giant machine inside the mountain that speaks with the blue light. I hope Greg is doing well. Mr. Pig is doing just fine. Yeah, buddy? Oh.
Hey, Nalduk. There's something more I wanted to know.
Is there?
It's better to go prepared.
I guess I have an ordeal to face.
If it's any consolation, I survived it. I've seen the likes of this somewhere before.
Oh, this is where you find the rail part. Things I don't just want to beeline it directly to the end. But at the same time, like at this point, we've got a pretty clear place to go. What? Why are you talking about taking it down, Aloy? That's our friend you're talking about. It's weird that as soon as you repair it, she says, my attacks wouldn't affect it. A, we've dealt with Tolnix before. B, we just saved it. That is weird, Josh. I'm not seeing anything in my bitrate that would cause that. But Twitch does have a problem, and Twitch's biggest problem is lack of competition. Whoa. So many little bits that I remember are from Frozen Wilds, not from the base game. which is interesting.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Ooh. Even more powerful stuff. Yeah, that's probably smart, Greg. Okay, so I've got to hunt. I almost said gadgers and boats. Badgers and goats as well.
I could forget what warmth feels like out here.
What's on this path? Ooh, that is clearly a dam wall. Wonder what dam this is. Again, I'm not super familiar with what part of the world this is, so... Goat? I hear you. I need your bones. I need your bones for a thing. Don't worry about it. I think that was a badger. I need your bones as well. Not your skin. Ooh, free blue gleam.
That'll keep my stomach quiet.
Greg, did you play the DLC? Nice. Did you enjoy it? Because I remember enjoying it.
This scrapes.
Nice. In the butt. Whoa! I didn't even see that. What is this? Oh, I think that's just a bridge. Oh. Oh no. Chad, I ended up in the geometry. This is terrible. Ooh, pretty.
pretty far up. The shaman's path must be around here somewhere. This must be one of the markers Naltuk told me about. Looks like each marker points to another, giving directions.
That's neat.
Guess I'm heading deeper into the cold, creepy ice cave.
Secrets?
This isn't the way out.
Secrets!
What's this chime for? To help guide the way with sound? If there's more, maybe my focus can find them.
Thanks for the boop, Greg.
Yep, focus can pick up the chimes. Should help me find my way.
Secrets.
Took a wrong turn.
No. I knew exactly what I was doing. Don't worry. Thanks for the Trom.
Another marker. Good.
Is there? Oh, so there is. But before that, secrets.
Better go back after I grab this loot. Okay, that way then. Not this way. But then, where? I see. Up.
Do I? What do you mean I see up? I don't see up. Oh, I see up.
I want me some glory hole.
Better be careful. Okay, through here.
Man, I love... Hey, don't move. I love being able to hit them when they can't do anything about it. Nope. Come on. Those little ropeways just make that so straightforward.
Dead end. Good, at least there's stuff. Done with the cave. So what's next on this path?
Nothing, it's fine. Probably.
How does this bridge work? Looks like it needs to fill up with water before it can cross.
This is one of those Japanese things. Those garden features.
Around the bend we go. Now how do I cross this one? Down it is. Down, then up. There's the way up.
Oh! What's that? Pigments? Oh. Oh, it's another collectible. Pigment used by Banuk rock painters. Trade sets in Song's Edge for rewards. Oh no. I do not care enough. You see, the blue gleam? The blue gleam gets me weapons. And that I'm good
I
with.
need to pull the rope to move this thing into position. Okay, the bridge is filling up.
Yeah? Whoops, daisy. I forget I have to hold. Okay, but there's clearly something here. Son of a bitch. That's all that was up here? That seems crazy.
So cute.
Hello, Meaty. Also you. Also, I'm sorry if I missed your YouTube message. I just noticed it now. But hi. You're cool and cute. Oh, come on. She's climbed way worse than this before.
Exaggerating. There's definitely something new out here.
Yeah, bears.
I don't think it's friendly.
Oh, I can't scan my bear friend. I got robbed. Sabs is indeed cute. Thank you for reminding us of this fact.
Unacceptable!
Trump, it's not unacceptable that Sabs is cute.
Hey.
Hi, hydraulic meat. Oh? Sounds? Bear noises? Oh no. One of those things again.
Leave it to Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan. I can always count on you. Now here's the fun one. I can't reach where I need to reach, or at least not from here, to shoot that. They're not all as easy as the first one. Although I'm not seeing any machines around. Chat, I'm seeing machines around. Demonic Frostclaw. A huge acquisition machine that circulates cryogenic fluids for its attacks and defensive capabilities. Despite its size, it is quick and deadly. Yeah, they're very freezy. You know what? I am better off doing that.
Guess we're doing this, big boy.
Because at least I'll have a shield now.
Back to your business.
Kill the Frostclaw optional. Nah.
They're scanning for me.
I was nang the optional part, by the way, not the kill part. Man, I don't know what those control towers are, because this is a mixture of ash and snow by the looks of it.
Machine down. Now back to finding Araya. Which means I've got to climb.
Part of the reason I was so aggressive there at the end is machines take significantly more damage when they're frozen. So I wanted to hit it as often as I could while it was frozen.
very cool. I should be able to get up there.
There we go. Oh. I do more uppies? This doesn't seem like the correct way to do uppies, but, you know.
This must be the shrine Naltuk was talking about. Guess I should take some Google. Sparkles. I can see why it's worth a lot.
Whoa, is this a... Thunder... What are they called? Stormbird.
Naltuk said Ourea went past the shrine, into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs.
Okay. Anything fun over this way? No, just death.
An ancient door. Maybe Ourea's inside.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy. I should just go to bed.
Yeah, you should.
Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
Isn't that an interesting question? Operation Firebreak. 2046 means a lot of this stuff comes from before the Pharaoh robots went haywire.
I want me some glory hole.
Man, Greg, I think we all do. But especially him.
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
Secrets? Oh, boo, was this progress? I don't want progress, I want secrets.
Director of Security Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Looks like the door's wired.
Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with our state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary lambent orbicular door access. So here's the SLOW version. Again, the thingy in the middle is the source node. Turn it on, yeah? I know, hard, right? Then you've got to turn the other nodes so that the data stream containing your credentials gets back to the source. Some nodes used to buffer corrupt or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough because, you know, they're red. Like a stop sign. I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but with this crowd, who knows? Anyway, that's it. Get the data stream back to the source, and the door opens. It's really not that tough, but if you need to, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not going to touch your hand.
Something over here.
Okay, but I didn't want to make progress, chat. I wanted to do the opposite thing. I wanted to explore. And the game tricked me into making progress. I feel cheated.
Locked. Maybe my focus can help.
You know what, Trom? No, but it does feel like it. Very similar attitude. No, not the developers that created the very good video game Hades, Greg. The Travis something who created the Hades component of Gaia. You're a super giant in my heart, Sabs. Does that sound like I'm calling you fat? I'm not calling you fat.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door.
You know what? Sure, Sabs.
Something. What am I supposed to do with these lights?
So, red is bad.
These things turn, changing the flow of light. All right, let's see if the door's open.
Man. I wish I didn't, but I really like those kinds of puzzles. And I only wish I didn't because I feel like they're incredibly dorky. Like, even by my standards.
Focus could turn something up.
There's another door below. Or another something. Oh, uppies.
Fresh air ahead. again.
Oh, that's cool.
Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there. Looks like I need to get to those stairs.
Oh, that's just a ladder. Okay.
Not much higher to climb. Garay must be close.
How did she do all this? Because I doubt she's as jumpy as Aloy.
In here somewhere.
To YNPF all. December 23rd, 2046. Subject, first stage of main facility complete. Attention all staff. It's with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure on our primary facility. This compound will be the nerve center of our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. But even though there is much more to be done, you should be pleased with all you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me and CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Huh. Maybe that's what they were growing, tomatoes. I mean, somebody has to, I guess.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins.
He deserves
Is this
it.
the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room?
It can be both.
Come on, people.
I don't know what that is, Tron, but sure.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask. To guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these.
There's a lot of Z fighting I'm noticing for textures in this DLC.
I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
But I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Actually, before I do that... Anita, as much as I hate the fact that Blevins installed lambent orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center, it makes sense, especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team, to access the system, activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the other nodes to redirect the data stream with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes, they're used to isolate any corrupt or suspect data. I'm sure someday you'll thank Blevins for making our work so very, very secure. Oh, interesting, Trom. I was not aware.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Picked up some sort of animal figure there. Locked door. Okay, at some point I should probably do the puzzle. Okay. I can send it one of two ways. Let's... yeah, good adventurers go left, so... Nope, that is not useful. Okay. I didn't say they were growing tomatoes. I said they were growing pomatoes. Which is a thing Greg mentioned earlier. Huh. This is also a problem. Interesting. Oh, but this allows me to redirect it slightly differently, I guess? I could get it back there, but that's not helpful. There we go. Do I have to hit every node? I do. It has to come back in that way. Okay. This is one of these situations you can probably do pretty well if you work backwards. But I figured it out.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Authorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is forcing. Aurea,
transmission terminated.
Ha!
You brought the spirit's voice back.
That didn't help, though. Yeah, the girls are fighting.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's Drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did.
I want me some glory hole.
Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
You best.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow. Or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful. It will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes. But I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. A wanderer, lost like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first.
That seems fair.
By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's Drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
You had a communion with the spirit?
Yes. Inside Thunder's Drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe. And she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Kind of reminiscent of Gaia and Elizabeth, isn't it?
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's Drum. The last time, She told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something evil. She named it the Daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again. Until today.
What kept you from the spirit, after it begged for help?
I went to Aratak, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Carja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's Kestrels, and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Carja, Aratak and I gathered a Warwick of great hunters to defeat the Daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, you and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier, Needy.
Sounds like you need a new chieftain.
There are some weirdly glitchy textures.
Friends. You said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. And Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among them.
Oh no.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's Drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She's suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Get the Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sekuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here.
So basically, do some side quests.
Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
Box? Box. Stormslinger, excuse me? Ooh. What's that? Is that a fancy spear? It is a fancy spear. but it has ammo. Oh. No, it doesn't replace my spear. Okay, it's just its own weapon. This weapon fires charged bolts. Consecutive bolts build up to a larger charge and deal increased damage. That's interesting. So it's all lightning-y, so we should give it the most lightning-y we can. Oh, that's so cool. I can already tell it's a machine gun. I mean, tell and remember. Let's do the tutorial. Oh no, you have to go somewhere for the tutorial? Ew. Okay, how did she get up here?
Chill almost feels like sunburn.
You know what, Josh, you're right. I should have realized. You know what? Let's head here. We can do that relatively quickly, I suspect. And then I can upgrade my spear. It frustrates me how many spear upgrade components they give you before you can upgrade your spear, but you know, whatever. It's not dumb, it's just stupid. I wasn't sure that it was going to work, and I was a little bit scared. I thought I hit that blaze canister pretty square. Man, I've said before how much I like the noises these dudes make. Yeah, I heard that, like, for all the upgrades in some areas, the faces were a significant downgrade. What noise am I hearing? Goodbye, grizzly. World's last grizzly dies in national park. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Josh. Frankly, I have been of the opinion, since that remaster came out, that this was not a game that needed a remaster. It still looks great. Today, a continent joins hands in grieving the loss of an iconic species. Sergeant Woolly Knickers, the world's last known grizzly bear, Ursus arctos horribilis, was found dead by Yellowstone Park rangers at the confluence of Yellowstone River and Thoroughfare Creek. The sentimental explanation for his demise is heartbreak. His mate Elvira was felled by a viral infection a few months prior. DNA samples were taken from both bears during their stay at Chicago's Lincoln Park Zoo in 2050, but efforts to clone them have proven unsuccessful. Zookeepers reintroduced the pair into the wild several months ago in hopes that a large outdoor territory would encourage them to produce cubs. Conservation efforts at the turn of the century met with some success in restoring the bears. In 2017, the species was delisted as endangered by the United States Interior Department, but a diminishing food supply and shortened hibernation period still threatened, and their numbers dwindled rapidly in the die-off era. This is all very depressing. The grizzly joins an ever-growing list of North American species gone extinct, alongside the cougar, the data corrupted. Yeah, Josh, that does not give me hope. As I said, I own Forbidden West. Greg gifted it to me, and it kind of bounced off it real hard.
Another Frostclaw. Better be prepared.
Is it? Oh, it is neat. I mean, I can probably just ignore it, though.
Must be the cave that shaman told me about. Long way down. Not natural either.
Drone hangar. I recognize those. There's a stalker about somewhere hereabouts. So I know my arrows don't set this off. Do my stones? They do not. Goat? I heard a goat and I need its bones. Oh, several goats, in fact. Where did it go? Go.
Might not be alone down here.
Correct. I did expect somebody to show up immediately.
Here's one of the metal birds. Forget about traveling light.
Yeah. Aloy, open the thing. I wanna go in there. Ooh, secrets.
Could use my focus. See what it turns up.
Yeah.
Damaged. Guess the Banuk already got to it.
Huh. How would I get up there? That's interesting. It's too high to just jump, right? Yeah.
If I could move that flying machine over a little.
Come on, Aloy, you can push a jet, right? You're strong.
Just have to go up.
Yeah, I tried.
Maybe there's some way to get that flying machine over here.
I want me some glory hole.
Something's been hacked out of it. Maybe I can find another of these flying machines.
You know what, Greg? I don't blame you. No. I thought maybe I could hop from there. Thank you for... Ah!
Not so grounded after all. Now I can get across.
That moved so smoothly. Given the everything.
There's the door lock. I'll need to configure it.
If those punk technicians think I'm gonna sleep on them waltzing in here and screwing around with the drone routines, they have seriously underestimated my sense of mission. Let's just reset that hololock. Echo, Sierra, Echo.
East, southeast. Whoops, wrong one. Keep looking for secrets, and sometimes I find them.
I didn't ask for a bunch of flying cameras. I need security, not surveillance, and security means firepower. As God
Oh, he's such a dickhead.
Have you checked your vitals?
If and when a major act of terrorism desecrates these facilities.
Can my focus show me anything?
The thing is, Sabs, that's where I put all of my secrets. No, my focus can't show me anything.
No one's touched this machine since it got sealed in here. Mounting rail. That's what I want.
Oh. To Kenny Chow from Harris Bonner. Subject, ban him. Kenny, I get it, okay? I really do. Pharaoh is Firebreak's patron, Blevins is Pharaoh's lapdog, circle of ass-kissing, blah blah blah. But if you allow Blevins to remain on site, installation is going to take twice as long as we're budgeted for. And I don't know how deep Firebreak's pockets are, but I can guarantee you they're not bottomless. So this is related to Pharaoh somehow. We've just got done recalibrating the entire fleet. The entire fleet, Kenny. Why, I imagine you're wondering. Oh, Kenny, I'm so glad you hypothetically asked. Blevins was unhappy with the baseline behavioral routines of the security drones. You know, the ones he selected himself? Not aggressive enough, he said. I doubt a Rottweiler mounted on an ICBM would be aggressive enough for him. So he patched in some combat behaviors, which, let me tell you, was not easy. Basically outfitted these things for war. Think about that, Kenny. Bleeding-edge combat drones patrolling an empty wilderness. Also, Blevins can play army on Firebreak's dime. I'm begging you, Kenny. Find a way to bar him from the hangar. Please.
Shouldn't be hard to remove.
Hey, Chad.
To that shaman when I'm back in Song's Edge.
Did you know that that's all it takes to remove high-tech equipment? It's easy. Anybody could do it. There we go. Low and quiet does it, she says. Are they at all weak to electricity? Because if they are, I can use this dude to test out my fancy thing. Weakness shock. Hell yeah. Hey, level 50.
So this thing will improve my spear, huh?
Okay, now I'm gonna head back here. And upgrade my spear. And that feels like a good place to end the first stream.
Eggs.
There are no eggs. There should be robot dinosaur eggs.
They said to find her friend, the rock painter. Seems paintings mean a lot to the Banuk.
Deep in, silence
No egg, it's true. I don't quite get why they're dyeing the hot spring.
Still, hunters complain about the color.
Oh, they're not.
No one hunts like the Banuk, but I've heard the Nora can handle their bows.
They're dyeing clothes and just washing them out. I still feel like you wouldn't do that in the hot spring if you're in a frozen area, but whatever.
Is this what you...
Hush, hush. A shaman's secrets are not spoken aloud.
I mean, you did.
Is this what you wanted me to find?
Bind it to your spear. Use it to attach this for now. You'll find more, I'm sure.
Why are you helping me?
The blue light is fading. The machine songs are ending. And what does the Conclave do? They sit, they chant, they observe. No more. We must fight for it. And you are a fighter. We share a cause.
I'm not sure we do. I'm not even sure what the cause is. But I'm grateful.
No need for thanks. Only action.
Now I can attach modification parts to my spear. Works for me. Might as well get started improving my spear.
So I think... yeah, he gives you a coil for that, but I have many already. Oh, it gives me 2 spots. Nice. So, they're all just spear damage. It's nothing more complicated than that. But it does mean I get a massive increase to damage. So, I'm sorry, more side quests? Chad, I can't help myself. I don't really care about Hunting Ground, so I'm probably not going to do that one. But I am definitely going to do the Bandit Camp. And then let's just check what these 2 side quests are, because they could be interesting. It's happened before.
No more music. Blood saw to that.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laolai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now, but our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it, or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
Chet, we have to help her.
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
I have my ways.
Damon's markings are.
Water level.
I want me some glory hole.
That's a sound to sleep.
Josh, I don't remember exactly, but I'm not 100% convinced you're incorrect.
I heard of a shaman once who drank machine oil. I think the conclave banished him.
The Oseram, with their ridiculous ideas about women. How many great warriors have they ignored?
No.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk, keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago. No provisions, junk equipment, no idea how to strip a machine for parts. Asked me to outfit them for a long trip. And you know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't seen them since.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they couldn't harvest parts?
Not uncommon with Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see. The hunters take down the machines. The shamans slice them up. No shaman with these 3. Just 2 youngsters sniping at each other. And that big fella standing there smiling.
So if the Banuk don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling. But hammer to steel. It's not a happy story, whatever it is.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip. A trip to where?
Not sure. But I heard them chattering about the Sundom when they thought I wasn't listening.
So they're leaving Banuk territory.
Sensible behavior. Still, I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A Scorcher Claw, a loop of sinew from a stalker, and a Snapmaw Fang. If they bring me those parts, their debt's paid. And then some. Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way. If you decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
Well, that's several things we can pursue next stream. Nothing I really need. That's interesting. Anyway, just before we finish up, I want to see if there's any blue gleam stuff I can trade for. Oh, I've got one of those for free now. I can get the champion bow. Keep the bowstring drawn to charge up more powerful shots. That's interesting. And I can get a map of the blue gleam. That's actually super useful. Okay, that gives us a lot of things to pursue next stream. And is therefore a good place to pause. I think I already know who I'm going to raid, because I think Cahill just started a little while ago. I feel like we missed the first part of that because I had something muted. But anyway, thank you for the very good Duke Sabs, and thank you for the Paula. Is Cahill streaming? Yes, he is. Anyway, thank you all very much for joining me. I will be live again on Friday, 5:30 Eastern Time, where we'll be continuing this. And I don't remember how long the DLC is, but possibly finishing it. I really don't remember it being super long, which I've said before, I consider a good thing. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, whatever time zone you're in. I will catch you all around in a future stream. Have a good one, everybody. Ciao.